Super Bowl champ, gay rights advocate, and frequent guest right here on this show, Brendon Ayanbadejo, is trying to set the record straight now. He was let go from the Baltimore Ravens yesterday after 5 seasons with that team. And in an interview last night with Newsday, he seemed to hint it may have been because of his outspoken support for LGBT rights. Now, just last week, the former linebacker made a speech outside the Supreme Court while the justices were taking up arguments over marriage equality. And Brendon joins me now live here in studio. It's great to have you here in person, and I just want to help you set the record straight, because you made these comments to Newsday, then you took to your Facebook to try to expand what you actually meant on why you were let go. You want to tell us why?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, that's the NFL. The NFL is a revolving door, and players come in and players go out. I've played for 10 years in the NFL. The average is 3 years, so, I might have, played my period of time, and now it might be on to the next thing. So it's just the natural course of the NFL. You're only going to be there for so long. It happens to every player.
The Ravens knew that you wanted to be an advocate for marriage equality and LGBT rights, so you don't think that that had anything to do with why they would choose to cut you?
No, well, I mean, I consider myself a concerned citizen, not so much an advocate, but the Ravens have known and they facilitated my relationships with LGBT groups in Maryland since 2009. So this is something I've been doing for a long time, and this is something that the Ravens have helped me facilitate and expand on throughout my career.
All right, so the next thing, obviously, everybody wants to know, what is the next thing for Brendon? Blog Toll Road was reporting that you had said that up to 4 NFL players could potentially come out and be players that are currently in the NFL. How do you hope to achieve the safe space necessary for them to do that and not create a witch hunt at the same time?
Right. Well, what we're doing is there's several groups, and they're talking to different players on different teams, and we want to find a way to get these players together so they're comfortable to come out together, and that way it's going to dissipate all the attention on one person and make it a safer environment. And in the meantime, we're talking with the NFL and we're talking with other organizations to make it a safe environment. We're trying to let players know through the NFL that this is something that people need to accept and head in that direction. We're a little bit behind, and when you leave the NFL and you go into mainstream society and you go out there into corporate America, that they're not going to put up with any types of bigotry and discrimination. So the NFL needs to be a little bit more proactive, and they need to accept the LGBT community. That's something we haven't seen the NFL do as of yet.
Certainly a lot of players have given their statements, and we saw Chris Culliver going to the Super Bowl and being asked what he thought about gay players in the locker room. His first reaction was certainly bigoted and homophobic, and he walked that back. And the 49ers, they were a team that had put out an It Gets Better video. And when you talk about the corporate world, we're also in this news cycle this week of seeing that tape emerge from Rutgers University, and the basketball coach there being abusive and throwing homophobic slurs at his players, and now the AD, Parnetti, has been let go as well. How do you think, Brendon, that we can deal with the stigma of homophobia in sports, that gay men can somehow not be perceived as masculine and as athletes?
Yeah, well, I think we need to start with the youngest generation possible. I work with Athlete Ally, and we go into schools, elementary schools, and we let people know it's okay to play. It doesn't matter what life you come from, what color you are, what your sexual orientation may be, that if you can play, right? So we need to start with the younger generation, and the guys that are in the NFL now, they've heard these things. The younger guys have heard these things. The older guys in the NFL haven't heard these things, and they think, being so-called feminine or not being masculine enough, or, they throw out words like sissy and whatnot. So we're trying to change the culture. We have to educate people. That's why I'm here to talk about these issues. And if you can play, you can play. It doesn't matter. I want the best possible teammate next to me. I don't care who he goes home to at night. I want the best player that can help me win a championship.
So when we talk about what is next for you, obviously you want to continue to raise your voice and stay on the front lines of what this issue means as it continues to become more relevant to pro teams, not only in the NFL. I imagine the work with Athlete Ally is to work with baseball, to work in basketball, to work in hockey. There's a big space out there that is unfilled right now. Do you really think that when a pro player comes out, that the amount of people, there's safety in numbers? If like you say, that there are 4 that collectively do it together just in football, do you think that safety in numbers is the best way to go?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're trying to reach out to athletes from every of the major 4 sports and create this environment, this safe haven. And, myself, Chris Cluey, Scott Fajita, we've been working on this for a long time and letting players know that, we're here for you, we have your back. And it's something that It's not really a big deal, but it's a big deal. So the sooner we address it and we attack it, then we can move on. And once it's accepted, we'll look back on LGBT discrimination like we look on racism. Someone obviously has a flaw if they're racist. Now we want to we've gotten past racism. Now we want to look at LGBT issues. If you're a bigot and you discriminate against people of the LGBT community, you have a flaw. We're not there yet, but we're trying to create this environment. And speaking about Culliver, now he's a great ally. He went and he did some sensitivity training, and we've seen Kobe Bryant had some issues in the past, and now he's one of our greatest allies. So when guys actually, when we address them and after they've made a mistake, they've helped us so much and they've done so much to change things. And when we talk about a player that comes out, we want somebody that people cheered on Sunday. Someone was, oh, that was my favorite player, and possibly someone was a bigot and like, oh my God, my favorite player, he likes men. And it just changes the whole culture and really gives people someone to look up to.
Well, it's really good to have you. I think anybody that watches this show knows that I'm extremely biased when it comes to the Ravens. So, as a Baltimore kid and as a big fan of you and the Ravens in general, I'm just glad to know that you feel square on everything that happened with you. So, Brendon Ayanbadejo, great to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for all the work that you